Okay, so today we're just gonna go through how I would set up my pedals with a clean amp. Okay, clean-ish, something like a Fender Twin Reverb. What I've got today is a Suhr Bella 44, basically a clean pedal platform, and that's running through a Suhr 2x12 cabinet. Okay, so the miking and stuff I'll just put in the description so you can have a look. Now let's just start off actually with just the guitar. Now this is a Fender Strat. It's a Mexican Roadworn, but it's got so ML pickups in it. And the first thing I do actually is, like, my volume's on full, but my tone knob for the neck pickup right now is around 8. Because if I had it on 10, it's a little bit strident, and that's kind of like how I would set up the rest of the pedals as well. So just back it off to around 8, and it takes a little bit of the edge off. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is put on this Vemiram January. Now that's basically like a clean boost with a bit of dirt, at least how I run it. And what that's doing is this, without. Okay, so now I've set it up to kick the volume, to kick the front end of the amp a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is, to compensate, just roll the guitar volume down to around 7. Okay, this is without the pedal and the volume on full. And this is with the pedal and the volume on 7. So there is a little bit of grit, and also you can have some gain on tap if you need it. You always have a little bit extra on tap. At least that's what I like. And you can actually use the full range, because see, without the pedal, this is the volume on 10. Now I 7, 5. You lose a lot of the body of the guitar, especially if you don't have a buffer, which in this case I'm using this looper, so if the pedal's not on, it's going straight through. So with the pedal on and the volume, say, on 3, it lets me use like the full range of the volume pot. It's around 7 right now. Okay, so this is the Vemiram January on. I'm just going to kick in a bit of reverb here. That's a Digitech Hardwire, I think RV7. Perfectly usable reverb. Maybe a bit of delay from the. So that's a clean sound that I would be perfectly happy with using. Also, like, if you use your volume, say like you're playing a funk rhythm with the volume on 5, and if you've got a lead line coming up, all you do is just whip the volume up to around like 8 or something. So you just got one sound, and you can do a lot of stuff, even with the bridge pickup. Okay, so now I'm just going to move over to this guy. That's the Maxon SD9, and that adds a fair bit more gain. My guitar volume is still around 8, so with it around 10, fatten up quite a bit. So now back to around 8. That's the neck pickup. Okay, so now I'm just going to go to a patch on the looper where I've got the Vemiram running into the Maxon. Okay. it's adding a lot more gain than just the Maxon alone, because obviously when I'm slamming the input of the Maxon, the Maxon's got its volume on full. So if you were to, let's just say that this is the amp by itself, and then you kick in the Maxon. Now there's obviously a volume boost. So now what this looper lets me do is go between this patch here, which is the when we run by itself, and this home patch, which is just the Maxon. So when we run, guitar volume around 8, Maxon. Yep. So I'm going between a cleanish sound and a dirty-ish sound. You can get the when we ramp to dirty up, and you can get the Maxon to clean up. And if you still want more gain, then it's the Vemiram and the Maxon together. And even that combination cleans up. But you get a bit more noise. So now that's basically 3 core tones that I use, and anything I do on top of that would possibly involve like modulation, like this Arion SCH1, or like this Bell vibe machine. That with some delay goes together. Or even like one thing I do have is the vibe machine running before the Maxon. So just because if you run it after, it kind of makes the drive of the Maxon a little bit more spitty. But if you have it before the Maxon, then the Maxon kind of absorbs all the extra top end, most of it anyway, and it makes it a lot more shall I say vocal. So that's the Bell into the Maxon. And this is another patch with the Vemiram into the vibe machine into the Maxon. So I think at pretty much every point that I'm playing, I've kind of subconsciously got my pinky on the volume knob. At least it's within quick access, so I can kind of just adjust the amount of gain I want to hear at that point of time. So if I've got, this is just the Maxon, the guitar volume is on 5. Guitar volume around 8, and now this is around like almost 10. And also, obviously, how hard you pick is definitely going to make a fair bit of difference. One sound I do have that's pretty interesting is the Maxon through the Suhr Riot. The Riot is after the Maxon, and that's kind of like shall we say a tighter distortion. turn that up a bit. Now you combine that with this nano pog and lots of fun. And the looper makes life easy because you can just store combinations of pedals on different patches. All these pedals are basically, with the exception of the pog, because that's after the looper. So with all the other pedals are running in the looper, and that decides which pedals come on, which pedals are off. And then the output of that looper, this guy, goes into the pog, and the pog is going into the amp. And the timeline and the RV7 are in the effects loop of the Bella. They could be run front, it's just that I've always been running delay and reverb in the loop, and if the amp has a loop, I use it. So that's pretty much it. Hope you like this video, and I shall make some more soon, promise. Chalo, bye bye.